welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, which is not a BDSM podcast. That's very important. This is actually a D&D real play podcast that tells the story of 4 dads from our world who are transported into the Forgotten Realms and their quest to rescue their lost sons. For those of you who have never played Dungeons and Dragons or listened to a D&D podcast before, here's all you need to know. This is basically an improvised adventure where we, the players, who will be introducing themselves shortly, role play as dad characters. We can basically do anything we want, but the results of our actions are dictated by Anthony, our dungeon master, and the rolls of dice. The standard die used is a 20-sided dice called a D20, and basically the higher we roll, the better the outcome. 1 being a total failure and 20 being a total success. That being said, my name is Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close, who is...
I'm sorry, I laugh every time I hear it.
Who is a dad rock cover band dad/bard. Fun dad fact about Glenn, you might have saw him back in 1997, one of the side stages of Bonnaroo. Him and the Glenn Close trio played one of the side stages on the way to the hot dogs. Over in Mary.
My name is Matthew Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, who's a stay-at-home sports dad who has now come into his own as a barbarian. A little fact about Daryl Wilson is that he would be the head coach of the West Rock Elementary Doodlers if it weren't for some jerk named Darnell. Whatever, fuck that guy.
I'm Will Campos. I'm playing Henry Oak, nature Birkenstock granola dad / druid. Fun fact about Henry is he rolled in with a big old pack of condoms on this adventure. Not for the reason you might think, but because condoms in an emergency situation can be used to store up to 10 gallons of water apiece.
Survival, basics.
Henry might find good use for those condoms on the course of this adventure. Here's hoping.
If not in one way, then another. Hi, I'm Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally restrained stepfather and rogue. Fun fact about Ron, never took a sex ed class, doesn't know how to be a father, either from an emotional supportive standpoint or a physical standpoint. No clue, but he's a stepdad. I'm a stepdad, so.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm the DM. Ooh, I guess that stands for Daddy Master in this game.
You're like our dad. You're the dad of dads.
I'm the dad of dads. I'm Daddy.
The double dad.
The DD, the daddy dad.
Let's get right into it. This is episode 1, A Man and His Handshake.
So today is the day of the regional Pee Wee League soccer game, and we are about to join some dads whose kids go to West Rock Elementary. The West Rock Elementary Doodlers are one of the strongest soccer teams in the region, and they are going to be highly favored in today's competition. We're going to start with one of the dads waiting for the van, the carpool, to come and pick him up for the regional soccer tournament. Glenn Close and his son Nicholas are standing out on the street waiting for the van to come and pick them up for the soccer game. Can you roll perception with disadvantage? So roll twice and take the worst.
That's a 10 and a 4, so a 4.
Okay, cool. So everything seems fine and normal to you. Daryl Wilson drives up in his van. Next to him, his son Grant is playing Fortnite on his phone. What are you doing?
So I feel like I'm just like kicked back in the grass, and like my kid might be like standing around maybe impatient. Nick is standing around impatient. I'm definitely just like leaning back like, yo man,
Okay.
play cool, dog.
So yeah, Glenn is leaning back, and when you drive up, you see that Glenn's kid is definitely smoking a blunt.
You excited about that game there, Grant? And what? 1 second. Hey, Grant. Turn away there for a second. I roll down the window.
He continues to keep looking at his phone. Nothing changes.
Good, Grant. Keep doing that. Hey, Glenn.
Oh yeah, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Are you my ride?
Yeah. Can you come here? Can we talk for a second? We'll be right with you, young man. Can you get over here?
I mean, do you mean like
Come up to the car. Just
Oh,
come to
okay,
the car.
all
Come up to
right,
the
sure.
car.
Okay, so I'll walk around somewhat blindly around on the driver's side.
I hate to embarrass you in front of my boy here, but I think your kid is smoking, right there on the grass right now.
Rock and roll, man.
As you turn to see him, your son just like goes, hey, and like waves at you and continues smoking. No shame, no embarrassment.
Oh, rock on, man. I think I expected him
Glenn,
to
you
get
can't let
into
your
that
kid
a
walk
little
over
bit.
you, man. You gotta go tell him to put that thing out. I ain't having that in my car.
Oh.
My boy Grant's right here. He might see it.
Oh, hey, Grant. It's a non-committal grunt.
He just makes a noise. He's dropping.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you no smoking in your car. I dig that. All right, man. Your car, your rules. I walk over and I go over to my boy and I try to persuade him to let me take a hit before we stamp it out.
Okay, he goes, oh yeah, no problem, bops, and hands it to you.
Oh, hell yeah. On a scale of like 1 to 20, what kind of dankness are we looking at here weed-wise?
Can you roll for dankness?
Yeah.
20. This is the dankest shit.
That's a natural.
It's a natural 20. Okay, it's literally the dankest weed that you've ever had in your life, and your son seems to be taking like it's not a big deal, and it fucking throws you for a loop.
Hey man, where did you get that?
From you, Dad. Sorry, from you, Dad. Smoke does weird stuff to my vocal cords. You just seem so happy and you seem so cool when you do it that I figured I would try it, and it feels great.
Yeah,
I'm very hungry and I kind of want to fuck.
Yeah, man, I dig it. Well, I'm just telling you, this Poindexter driving the car over here doesn't want you.
Hey, we going, boys?
He sounds like a fucking narc.
Yeah, he is, man. Why don't you? You know what? I'm just gonna take that. Let's just put it in the mailbox here for us. It'll be our little secret. How's that?
All right, it'll be like our little present for ourselves when we get back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I dig it.
All right, he opens the mailbox and shoves it in and then closes it and puts the flag down. He's like, we don't want a mailman finding that. Ha ha ha.
I hold out my hand for a fist bump.
He goes for it.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I'm fucking bonding with my kid
What?
already, guys. Fucking
hot
great.
as hell.
Is this a real? Is this what fucking being a parent is like? Because fucking sign me up. This sounds great.
Oh my
All
god.
right, I think we board the van.
Yep, you board the van.
Hey, Glenn, I hope you realize I ain't no narc. I party occasionally, too. It's just, in front of the kids. Maybe someday we could, Anyways, nice to have you aboard. I just don't want you to think I'm like,
I've already reclined my seat.
All right, let's just get this baby going then.
Grant just turns and just makes like dead eye contact with you as he's saying like, I'm cool, I'm not a narc or whatever. And like his gaze tells you everything you need to know about how true that is. Okay, then we will cut to the street outside of Henry Oak's house. So why don't you describe what kind of neighborhood Henry Oak might live in?
Henry lives in a nice little suburb, probably like I don't know San Dimas that well, but like if there's a Silver Lake in San Dimas, that's where Henry lives with his wife, who's a classical music DJ. They have their house is full of books, and there's like a nice big tree out front. He's got a coexist bumper sticker on his car, Subaru, which is parked in the parking lot, and there is a welcome mat out front that says like good vibes, come on in.
That's a biodiesel Subaru too. I bet.
Biodiesel,
Yeah,
corn
100%.
oil,
Yeah.
ethanol Subaru.
100%.
Okay, so when the minivan, or sorry, the van, this is a van, right? That's not a minivan.
That is a
Odyssey.
minivan.
It is? Really? It's very large for a minivan.
You have not spent a lot of time around real vans, my friend.
Apparently not. When the Honda Odyssey minivan approaches, you see two small children near a tree on a very well-kept lawn, and the kids are just punching the tree as hard as they can and just going, yes, 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 power, power, power. What is their dad doing?
I'm clapping for the kids. I'm saying, that's great, kids. Work up that energy. This is a really good way to empower your spirit. If you could just be a little bit more respectful of the tree is my only concern. We're supposed to be doing our power cleansing energy ritual to the air, to the open air, which can receive our positive spirits.
Sparrow immediately starts like stripping bark off the tree with his nails that are like getting bloody and just being like, I
Sparrow!
will make you a naked tree that I will then punch.
Sparrow, how would you like it if someone ripped off your skin without consent?
He just ignores you and just goes, power, and just continues to punch the tree.
Okay, boys, it looks like our ride is here. It seems like the other adults have come in their low-mileage van that's not great for the earth, but, I guess we're carpooling, so it's okay. Come on, kids, let's go.
So they will basically continue to ignore you unless you are you gonna physically how you gonna get him in the van?
Okay. Lark, Sparrow, I'm gonna need you guys to be real buddies and listen to Dad now, all right?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Power! And then they turn to each other and they go, duel mode! And they now start exchanging punches directly into each other's chests, like one after the other, blow for blow.
Okay. Kids, let's focus that energy over here towards Dad, okay? Let's see who
Your
can...
sons immediately punch you in the
Okay,
chest.
that's not exactly what I meant, but maybe let's all see who can run to the car the fastest.
Challenge accepted, father. And they start sprinting as fast as they can, but they don't break at all. They just like run full speed into the side of the minivan. Just poof, both of them.
Oh, hey there, boys. Hey, you must be Henry. How's it going? My name's Daryl. Daryl Wilson.
Hey, Henry. It's wait, I'm sorry.
You guys don't have to actually physically shake hands in real life.
Hey,
Hey there.
Glenn. Just about being polite. Just giving a man a handshake. You can tell a lot by a man from a handshake.
Hi there, Daryl. These are my two beautiful boys, Lark and Sparrow.
Sorry, I misheard that. What were their names again?
Lark and Sparrow. That's Lark Oak and Sparrow Oak. And we're so excited for the game today. You know, my kid Sparrow drew the Doodler, so we're really pumped to see these new uniforms.
He
Aren't
was
they
born
swell?
from my brain.
That's right,
All
Sparrow.
right.
He is my seed.
All those art lessons at the Montessori preschool you went to really paid off.
Hey, Glenn, take a look at this guy. Am I right?
Huh? What? No, I'm a little bit hazed out from the strength of the previous aforementioned
now,
blood.
boys, and then I grab both my boys by their hands. I say, before we get in, what are we going to do when we get in the car?
Fight.
No, we're
I
going to
like
be
your boys.
We're going to be very respectful, and we're going to be very positive, and then we're going to go out and we're going to have a wonderful time today. Can you say that? Can you say we're going to go out and have a wonderful time today?
I have the time today.
Okay, close enough. Come on in, guys.
They go in and they immediately start thumb wrestling and sort of having a whole they're roughhousing.
Hey, Henry, kids are pretty rambunctious there, man.
Oh, they're just free-spirited. They take after me. You know, I was sort of a wild child in my youth.
Yeah, what was the craziest thing you've ever done?
Oh, this one time, my parents wanted me to come home by 8 o'clock, and me and a couple other boys were out having fun, so we stayed out all the way to 9:30.
I burned down my first school.
You didn't burn down the entire school. The fire damage was limited to 1 or 2 classrooms.
I'll do better next time.
Okay. All right. Who wants grape nuts? I've got a baggie of grape nuts with me. Well, I'm going to be snacking on my grape nuts, and if anyone wants some, just let me know if you want some of these nuts, and we'll chow down.
Is everybody buckled up?
Are you boys buckled up back there?
Boy, oh boy, are we ever.
All right.
If you look, they are super not.
Hey, Henry, I don't mean to call your kids a liar, but if you could get them to buckle up, we can start
they'll buckle up once we get started.
Relationships are built on trust. That's what you tell me. You should trust that we're going to buckle up.
You know, I'm trying to let them make their own decisions. So it's called free range parenting.
I stare at the mirror for a very long time, and then finally I just start driving without saying a word.
Okay, so we got to outside Ron Stampler's house. What does Ron Stampler's neighborhood look like?
There are several houses on either side of the street.
You know what? Forget I asked. So what is what is Ron Stampler doing with Terry Jr.?
Terry Jr.
Your stepson.
Yeah, I am preparing Terry some instant oatmeal as requested. Actually, my wife Samantha has just informed me that I need water in the oat. I can't just pour the packet in the bowl. Kind of a little bit getting into the nitty-gritty there. Don't need that extra sort of, flourish, but I'll do it because I love my stepson. Terry Jr.
Roll perception.
That is a 5.
Okay, so he has not been around for at least an hour.
Well, I guess somebody's not getting their instant oatmeal. Hey, Terry, where you at, bud?
So you hear outside a telltale sigh of just utter exasperation with your bullshit. You just hear ugh!
Daddy? I mean, Terry? Is that you?
It sounded pretty far away. You might want to open the door and check.
Listen, pal, I know that I haven't been there for you. Because I wasn't married to your wife. To your mom before your dad died. I've written several letters trying to emote on paper what I can't always do in person. And I'm working on that.
So the Honda Odyssey drives up, and you just see a lone kid standing on the sidewalk with his bags, just looking very upset. And you can like very distantly hear from inside the house, like, Mom died, Dad died.
Hey, Terry! Oh, man, this guy's a hell of a center field. Grant, you can learn from him. Come on, Terry, get going. Let's get in here.
All right. Yep.
Hey, where's your pa?
He's not coming. We're just gonna go right now. Let's go.
Can't do that, buddy. Ron?
Terry, I was informed to tell you not to get in vans with strangers.
Oh, hey, Ron. I ain't no stranger. I'm Daryl Wilson. We know each other.
Oh. Hey, Daryl.
Wow.
Yep. That's me, Daryl.
Literally just told you his name. You almost said Dan. Typical fucking Ron Stampler move. I will go in the back. Ron, you should go somewhere
No,
else.
sit next to Grant. You could probably pass to him more often. Hey,
That sounds
dude,
great.
Boys,
I will sit next to Grant.
Great. Boys, do you
Wait,
mind if
so-
your boys sit in the back there?
So where am I sitting?
Don't give a shit.
There's a. It's kind of cramped in here, fellas. All fellas, huh?
that's okay.
All guys in here, huh?
Well-
just guys hanging out in the van. That's kind of. I mean, I don't think it's weird, but it's just kind of cramped in here. Not much room to
Holy
be.
shit. He's
You know,
such a homophobe.
I think it's really great for men to bond together. And, you know, like, if boys need such positive role models these days, what with all the toxic masculinity out there. I'm Henry, by the way. Anyway, you can scooch on in here next to me. You want a grape nut?
What? What?
Oh, is that instant oatmeal without any water in it? You know, that is how I love to eat my oats. Call me crazy, but I call it eating them neat. That's my little joke. I'm a teetotaler myself, but like I like to say neat, you know, and it makes me feel neat.
Is English your native language? I'm not racist. I have
boy, he is.
Let's here's some oatmeal.
I take a little handful of oatmeal, and I'm like, I'm going to save this for later. You know what this goes great with is grape nuts.
Still no idea what that is. Let's listen to the radio.
Sounds good. Hey, Ron and Henry, would you mind sharing a seatbelt? I don't want anybody not to be buckled up, and there's not enough for you back there. So
No, it's okay. Safety is
I
not a
know,
priority.
no problem. I go ahead and I reach the seatbelt around to buckle in with Ron.
Fantastic. I turn on some kick-ass dad rock. Freddie, what is good dad rock? I mean, hey, Glenn, why don't we play some of your music? You got any CDs or cassette tapes?
Actually, my wife, Mercedes Oak Garcia, she's on KPSC right now doing the rock block of Bach. If you guys would like to listen to a little Baroque period music.
Hey,
Oh my
Ron, what
God.
sort of music do you like to listen to?
Rufus Wainwright.
Oh my
All
god.
right, I'm putting on 60s and 70s greatest hits as we go, and I turn on and it starts playing Led Zeppelin.
Okay. You head off toward the regional soccer tournament.
Dungeons and Dice is brought to you this week by Pretty Litter Cats. Cats. A
With the lid.
absorbent Pretty Litter's crystal tech. The odor trapping is cat toy. Wireless company, I seem to recall that was the past 5G. Land.
Thus, it is getting very, very rocky. You're going gas tank just
ACAST and use code ACAST at checkout.
You are about an hour away from the site where the regionals will take place. It's been about a 2-hour drive thus far, and the gas tank just put on its warning light. I feel like Daryl would be the kind of guy who's like, don't worry, I know how much gas my van has. Don't worry about
I
it.
absolutely know how much gas my van has. You can go an extra 42 miles once that bad boy turns on.
Okay, cool. So the road is getting very, very rocky. You're going up a hill, basically, that you cannot see what's on the other side of it. What is everyone in the car doing right now?
Glenn Close is definitely kicked back and taking a nap.
Daryl Wilson's driving, and he's playing Graceland by Paul Simon, and is trying to explain to his
Yes.
kids just why this is real music.
Ooh, very good choice.
They are playing Fortnite on their phones.
Grant, where you dropped there, son? Where you dropped there today?
Tilted.
Tilted. I told you that's not the best place to drop, son.
It's a pretty good place to drop. You just don't know how to shoot people, but that's fine.
Ron is subtly looking for a place to maybe vomit in if the road gets any rockier.
Yeah, why is it so rocky all of a sudden? I thought this is a regional soccer final. The road closed or something? We're taking a detour?
I don't want to say that Daryl is a bad driver who doesn't know where he's going. I don't want to say that.
Excuse me, Mr. Driver, sir, Daryl. Hi, it's me, Henry. Here,
I know your name, Henry. Don't worry about it. How's it going, buddy?
here in the way back seats with my two boys, Lark and Sparrow. I was wondering if you had any Band-Aids up there. Well, Lark and Sparrow have been goofing around. I've been trying to keep these two knuckleheads under control, and I think we've got a bit of a boo-boo situation out here.
Grant, give him some Band-Aids from that survival pack right there underneath your seat.
He does it without hesitation. Doesn't even look.
Thank you, Grant. Say thank you to Grant, boys. They don't say thank you to Grant. they're shouting at each other.
It's a construct.
Okay, now hold still and let me put these band-aids on. Just hold still, okay? Hold still.
Hey, Will, question. You're really not, your guy's not going to do a little Neosporin or something first?
Oh, shoot, that's right. Thank you for reminding me, Glenn Close. I've got some iodine here in my pocket.
Oh, my God.
So, hold still, Lark. I'm going to try to apply this iodine without spilling it all over Mr. Wilson's wonderful backseat.
Roll dexterity.
9.
All right, you miss with the iodine. The bottle spills all over the backseat of the Odyssey.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up.
It's iodine has a very distinct smell.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry, Daryl.
I can't even respond to him. Daryl just keeps driving. He turns up the volume of Graceland.
And from the back, I notice his knuckles white as they grip the steering wheel.
Lark and Sparrow are almost excited to basically have you be more upset at yourself than you are at them, so they just continue to roughhouse even harder.
Just be a little bit more quiet, boys, okay?
They do not change their volume 1 decibel. Okay, so as you approach the apex of this hill, and as the road gets rockier and rockier, which you especially find strange, Daryl, because on the
It's a road.
it's a road, and you map quested this like any good dad.
Yep.
You do not have a GPS. You just sort of printed it out. I'm assuming.
Holy shit.
I definitely have.
map?
Not only do I have my phone, but I have a GPS in the car as well.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
one of
bought
those
one of
old
the-
school Garmin
Yep, Garmin
GPSs.
GPS.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, nice. The old Garmin GPS says that there should be a road here, but you're just seeing that there isn't one.
Hey, Grant, can you pause that game there for a second and check the good old Google Maps there?
It's multiplayer. I can't pause. I've told you this so many times.
All right, just be good. If anybody could help out old Daryl here, this road.
I want to do a geology check
Sure.
to see if I can suss out anything from the rock formation.
Sure. So what stat do you think you would use for
I was
that?
just going to roll a d20 and hope for the best. I guess that would be
Investigation, maybe?
wisdom.
Let's do investigation. Investigation's good.
Can I get like a bonus or something since this is my literal career is being hanging out in a geology museum?
Yes,
Like
you will have advantage. So roll twice and take the better of the two rolls.
Okay. 19. Opa. 14. I'm going to take that 19.
All right, you got it. So you learn that this does not make sense. What you saw behind you was paved road, and then very suddenly and abruptly, it turned into stone. And not in the sense of like they stopped paving because there would be a fall-off period. There'd be like a fade to like rock. This rock, A, just came seemingly out of nowhere, and B, isn't something that you recognize as somebody who knows all the rocks. You know all the rocks. You know the best rocks, and this, you've never seen these rocks before.
The only person who knows more rock is Glenn.
It's true.
Gentlemen, I'd like to talk about the rocks for a second. I can't help but do you remember that scene in Jurassic Park where Ellie Sattler, the very attractive Laura Dern, is looking at the leaves and she notices that the leaves are different, and that's kind of the first
Daryl
clue
Wilson's
that,
turning up the volume of Graceland.
that something strange is going on. I can't help but notice that these rock formations are quite unusual. I really think we should pull over.
As you say that, you reach the apex of the hill, and as the car sort of goes over it, you see that basically in front of you, where there should be more rock, more road, anything, there is instead a very large, very purple, very swirling vortex. And it begins to suck on the car, and you feel the car being...
Interesting way of putting it.
it begins to, like, vacuum in the car, essentially.
Oh, mighty! I slam on the brakes.
They stop, but the car keeps skidding toward it. Does everybody have their seatbelts on? If not...
I definitely do
Daryl
not.
Wilson definitely asked everybody to have their seatbelts
And
on,
I
whether or not
definitely
they
did not.
I do not, because I was dabbing up the iodine in the back seat.
I think because you were dabbing. You were Fortnite
'Cause
dabbing.
I was dabbing on him.
I make the sign of the cross. Daryl! I mean, Daryl, that's my own name. Grant!
You pray to yourself.
Grant, call your mom, Grant. Something's happening, Grant. Call your mom.
He goes, I got a Victory Royale. Hell yeah.
Can I roll to throw up?
Roll Constitution. 18.
+2.
You managed to keep it down.
I do.
And as you're feeling very proud of yourself for managing to stomach that vomit, and as Glenn Close looks into the heart of the vortex and thinks that perhaps he has taken one
A little bit too many.
too many of his drugs, the Honda Odyssey is sucked in, and very suddenly everything goes purple. Not black, purple.
Okay.
Every single sense that you have is overtaken. You feel with more certainty that gravity exists, that up is up and down is down, that you have not been a good father to your child.
Daryl Wilson takes his sunglasses that are on the top of his baseball cap and put them over his eyes so nobody can see him crying because he is absolutely weeping.
Ron remains unchanged. He already was certain of this information.
You hear a screaming, you hear a scuffle, you hear dragging feet, and then suddenly everything goes dark. And then there is the sound of scratching. And slowly, each of you begin to wake up to find several things. A, you are wounded if you did not have your seatbelt on.
Oh boy.
You take a D6 of damage if you didn't have your seatbelt on.
Darryl Wilson's rolling his eyes
A
right
real
now.
roll. That's a 1 damage.
All right.
1 damage.
Nice. 2, the van is nowhere near the last place you saw it. And 3, all of your children are gone.
Are we in the van?
Yes, you are still in the van. You are still, everything's as it was, except for the fact that the car seems to have sustained weirdly no damage, but the doors are wide open, the side door is wide open, your kids are gone, there doesn't seem to be any sign.
Roll call! Darryl Wilson here, roll call!
Henry Oak sounding off from the back, Daryl.
Don't care about Henry. Anybody else? Roll call, Grant! Roll call, kids, Grant!
Oh man.
Is Terry's here? No, Terry is not here. I thought that Terry was here, but Terry is not here.
I don't want to be a bother, but my sons are also missing.
Oh my God, oh Lord.
I looked to the right where my son was. Oh,
Grant.
shit. He's probably just around here somewhere, man. He's such a free spirit. We should get out of this car and look for him, guys.
I put the child safety locks on. Everybody stop for a second. Everybody
You
stop
can't
for
do
a
that in the-
second.
Point of order, you can't do that in the 2013 Honda Odyssey. I should know as I own one.
I modified my...
Oh, modifications. All right, okay, all right. Black market modifications.
Can I do investigation check of what's outside?
Yes.
It's a 14.
Okay. So you can tell almost immediately that something is very wrong. Not just the fact that, your kids are gone, but the sun is not in the right position from where you just were. When you were driving, it was about to become noon, and now it looks more like it's almost sunset. The trees around you are not trees you've ever seen in California before, and there's a lot fewer mountains than you thought. You remember you were right next to a mountain, and you don't see the mountain anymore.
Guys, it's pretty weird out here.
I'm slowly trying to sort of curtail the excitement I'm feeling at all this new discovery stuff, though. I'm freaked out about my kids, but I'm also like, whoa, this is crazy. Something crazy is going on. So I try to project an air of authority to mask the fact that I'm more excited than I care to admit.
Roll persuasion.
And that's on all of us, right?
Yeah.
That would be a natural one.
Henry Oak looks more terrified than you've ever seen a human being look.
All right, everybody listen up. It is very important that when we're in a survival situation, we all stay calm. So please stay calm. Our sons are not dead, probably, although they might be. And there's been many scary rocks and new trees, unlike anything I've ever seen before. So I just think it's really important that we all stay calm. I just wanted to say that again. I'm Henry Oak. It's nice to meet you all, and I'm sorry about the iodine.
So
Can I do a stealth check?
What for?
I want to grab my secret item from below my...
Okay, go ahead. Roll stealth check.
15.
All right, everybody else roll perception.
13.
1.
A 4.
All right, you managed to access your secret item.
I grab a secret item, and I slowly unwrap the secret item, and I chew the secret item very quietly while trying to while trying to stay calm and breathe deeply.
Is it a Snickers?
All right, everybody. We lost our kids.
I think we should start looking for him, man.
That's a good idea there, Glenn.
I unbuckle my not buckled seatbelt and I step outside and have a look around.
All right, so you see a river headed to what appears to be north for wherever the hell you are. Behind you is basically just a big old plain, a flat plain that doesn't match the hill you just went up, and it doesn't seem like there's really anything of note in that direction. To your left is a forest, and to your right is basically just more of the river just sort of continues onward to the right.
I pull out my phone and I see if there's any sort of signal whatsoever.
There is some signal. You've got one bar, but just roll a d20.
17.
17, not bad. Okay, so you've got 25% battery left, which basically equates
I'm gonna mark that
to,
down.
let's say, 15 minutes of time.
Listen, as a rock star that's been on the road before, I know immediately that it's time to put this bad boy in low power mode, so that extends my
Extends it to 30, but you'll be able to do less things.
and also my games will run at lower FPS.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get any fucking battle royale wins.
So if I have a phone, I'm gonna go ahead and give a call to like AAA.
Okay. Hello, this is AAA. How may I help you? Is your car in a safe space?
Yeah, I don't. Hey, you got OnStar in this thing?
Afraid is the 2013 Honda Odyssey have OnStar?
It would not know.
But he does have a Garmin GPS, doesn't
I do have a Garmin
he?
GPS.
Yeah, we're off. I think we're safe here. We're on the side of the road. Hold on, man. I'm just trying to figure out where we are. Hey, what does the GPS say?
The GPS, when you look at it, is frozen on the last spot you were at before you went into the vortex. And it's basically just spinning around over and over like a fucked up compass.
It says we're right where we were.
I relay the last known location and the route that we were driving to AAA.
Yeah, absolutely. We will send a technician out there as soon as we can. Make sure to stay within reach of your car, stay on the phone, and so does it matter, did you have what's busted tire, keys in the car, what's the...
Yeah, I just think we're a little bit lost and we could just use
Tell
some
them
help.
about the vortex.
Yeah, we drove through this weird, there was something in the road. See, I'm not quite sure if this is a LSD flashback or so I'm just going to be a little vague. here.
Neither is the AAA technician.
I grabbed the phone from him.
Rolls dexterity.
Just for you try to fight it.
That's a contest. That's a contest. It's my phone.
12 plus 1.
Okay, so 13 versus...
18 plus 3, 21.
Okay, so Glenn manages to snatch it out of
Yo,
your...
bro. Relax, man.
Glenn.
You just yell your own name when you're excited.
Glenn, tell them about our kids. Tell them where we're at. Tell them what happened.
Oh,
what are
right.
you doing?
Right. Yeah, and we had some kids with us. They're missing.
Sir, if there's an emergency, you need to hang up, dial 911. This sounds prank adjacent, so...
That's what I'm saying. I don't trust these people.
I do hang up and I dial 911.
911, what's your emergency?
I relay to him where we are. I tell him that the kids are missing, and to the best of my ability, where we were and what happened before all this went down.
Yeah, that's just stay calm, stay on the line. We will send an officer out to assess the situation.
All right, I hang up. Don't worry, guys. Cops are on the way.
Where?
Here?
Are any of you thinking that we're non-California anymore?
I have to say it sounds a little silly, but I think given that we seem to have fallen through some sort of space-time vortex, that I would agree with you, Daryl. Also, again, I can't stress this enough. These rocks and trees are very different and very strange and not of any California region that I'm aware of. These are not redwoods, y'all.
Everyone roll perception.
19.
Ooh.
That alcohol helped, apparently.
8.
2.
24.
Ooh. Okay, so Glenn and Henry notice that from the forest to your left, a rustle of leaves.
Glenn, you seen what I'm seeing? You seen those leaves rustling over there?
I think so, but I'm also not sure.
I would like to draw our attention to the rustling leaves that I definitely saw, and I think he also saw, although he may be high.
Yeah.
As you all are looking in that direction with sort of dumb looks on your faces, an arrow comes sailing through the trees at Henry. And what is
Son of a bitch.
What is your AC?
15.
Okay, so it lands right at your feet.
Oh!
You see 3 men in red cloaks come out of the trees. One of them is holding a net. One of them is trying to restring an arrow into his bow. And another one has 2 axes. And he charges you. So everybody roll initiative real quick.
That'll be a 9.
2.
Okay.
9.
3.
Okay.
Guys, which dad do you think has the biggest ding dong?
Stick around
I think
long
Ron-
enough, we may find out.
Stay tuned, podcast listeners.
Okay. So the first guy who fucked up his bow attack is going to restring an arrow, take cover behind a tree, and then lean out to try to hit Daryl because he seems to be the alpha male.
I was going to say, Daryl is, just because this probably means I'm not well prepared, I definitely do not think these are dangerous soldiers at first or anything. Daryl's like, whoa there, gentlemen, watch where you're shooting that thing.
Oh, nice. Okay. That does 6 damage to you.
You got to be careful.
So the arrow hits you directly in the shoulder blade, or not shoulder blade, you'd be facing the wrong direction, directly in the shoulder.
Okay.
And it's sort of sticking out of you like an Ace Ventura when nature calls.
Good reference. Good reference.
I dropped to one knee, and then like
wasn't
my other hand
sure.
has it, and like my eyes move up, like my eyes look at him, and now they're red with rage.
All
Oh
right.
boy. Oh, are you activating your rage?
Daryl gets
On your
angry
turn
quickly.
you can, but okay,
Yeah.
so the second guy with the net is going to attempt to throw it at Ron. He misses horribly. The net just sort of lands limply next to you.
This fish cannot be caught.
And then the final guy, the axe guy, is going to run at you full force, Glenn Close. He's going to attack with his axe, and does 16 beat your armor class?
14 armor class, yeah.
So he does 3 damage.
All right. Oh, I definitely am back to sober at this point because I've been taking
He
enough
basically,
damage.
his axe, rather than like cleaving into you, like the flat side of it just smacks you across the face like a fucking dueling glove. Just pow! And your ears ring and your jaw jangles.
Oof, we've all been there. Okay, who's up?
Now, it is Ron Stampler's turn.
I am very suspicious, and I'm wondering if maybe I could call the police and make a difference here. Do I have cell power?
You do. You have roll a d20.
15.
All right. You also have 25% power.
I'm
or
going to
15%
use
power.
that to call my stepson.
Okay. All right.
Interesting. In the middle of battle.
Yeah.
What is it, Ron?
Gary Jr., I'm in the middle of battle. I'm wondering what I should do.
Probably die. Sounds like that's something you would do.
No.
Gary, I'll call you back.
I feel like that definitely did a morale hit too.
All right.
Yikes.
All right.
Take 1d4 psychic damage.
2.
So take 2 damage.
Seems a little low, but guys, we need to beat these people or whatever they are for the sake of our sons or who they used to be.
Okay. Next, it is Henry Oak.
Henry Oak is going to, oh, geez, Louise. Henry Oak is very flustered. He's never been in any kind of combat before. Henry Oak is really concerned about that arrow wound in Daryl's chest, and Henry still has his iodine on him.
Oh, Christ.
What's left of it?
So Henry's going to try to pour some iodine over that nasty cut
Okay.
and maybe remove that arrow to help Daryl out.
Okay, why don't you roll medicine?
Medicine. Oh, boy, I'm a trooper at that. I've got a +3 to medicine. I got a 7.
Let's say you definitely sort of hit the general area of the arrow with iodine. Do you try to yank it out, or are you just trying to
I
disinfect?
definitely try to. Well, I think in the heat of battle, I would be like, I don't want more blood loss, but
Yeah.
I do want to disinfect.
Okay, so you have disinfected it. It's not going to give him any healing benefits, and you also get some in his face, and some in his face just kind of smells funny now.
It's got that weird stain, that iodine stain.
Yeah. Now it is your turn.
Okay, Daryl is going to activate Rage. So it says, as a bonus action, I enter Rage for 1 minute,
Okay.
10 rounds. I gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks, and +2 melee damage with strength weapons. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and a bunch of other shit.
Okay.
Okay. Daryl Wilson is very upset. Daryl Wilson, so to clarify, what are the 3 people here?
One has an axe.
Okay.
One just threw a net and seems to have nothing else in his hands, and the other one has a bow and arrow and is taking cover in the trees.
How far away is that guy who shot me with an arrow?
You could run to him.
Okay. I stand up and I grab, we're near the minivan, so I could grab my toolbox axe, like one of those,
Sure.
I got like a little hatchet. Those,
Yeah.
what do we call those, Freddy?
It'd be a hatchet. Yeah.
Little hatchet? Okay. I get hatchet. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Grant doesn't listen for 2 seconds. Doesn't listen for 2 seconds. He would like Grace Line if he fucking listened to it. I listen to Magos. I listen to 6XI, 9I, or whatever it is in Logic. Doesn't listen to me whatsoever. And I charge the guy and I raise my axe
Wait,
up.
you generate your rage from the fact that your son doesn't listen to
Fucking
you?
doesn't listen. Daryl doesn't.
Holy
Nobody
shit.
fucking listens to this goddamn car. Don't have their seatbelts on. No wonder they're fucking hurt. And I start charging the guy.
Wow.
Okay, do you attack him with your axe?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a roll.
That's a 14 plus. What do I?
Doesn't matter. You hit him.
Okay. And
Now
then
roll your damage.
So it's gonna be a hand axe. It's gonna be 1d6 plus 3. That's going to be a 5 plus a 3. That's an 8. And then I get +2. So that's a 10.
Wow, okay. So the hatchet goes right into his neck. It doesn't go far enough to feel like, oh, cool, you killed him, but it gets jammed in there, and arterial spray begins to mix with the red of his cloak, and you get some blood on you right where the iodine is, and you're just covered in a lot of things right now.
I whisper to him as he's bleeding. I go, "Where's my son?"
Is the arrow still in you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Also, the iodine stinks pretty bad.
Yeah. I don't feel anything but the blinding hate and rage right now.
Yeah, and the red cloak is just like when you ask him that question. And now it is Glenn Close's turn.
So Glenn is stumbling back from getting hit by the broadside of an axe, and his first instinct, I think, would be self-defense. So I'm going to run into the van and try and shut the doors.
All right. Let's just say you do that because there's nobody who's really in a position to stop you.
Now, the key's still in here?
Yeah, they would be. I think Daryl Wilson was too upset at everybody being gone. I don't think he... I didn't specifically pull them out, so...
Okay. Is the car pointed at anybody?
Right now, it is pointed 90 degrees from the attacker. So if you wanted to do, you'd have to turn 90 degrees to the left, and then it would be pointed at them.
I'd like to try and aim the car and run down the closest person who's been attacking us.
Okay, that would be net guy. Let's see what's a good stat for using the car.
And I do want to point out that I do have a proficiency with land vehicles because I did drive the tour bus for the Glenn Close trio.
Okay.
So I do know my way around a variety of vehicles and vehicle classes.
Let's say survival is driving the car.
I feel like animal handling.
I was going to say animal handling. I just felt it was less likely that you would actually have stats for that. So yeah, we'll do animal handling because I think that's funny.
15 plus 1, so 16.
Okay. So your car is now successfully, you didn't have time to get it up to super high speed. It's going about 15 miles an hour, and next turn it will hit net guy if he doesn't succeed at a pretty significant
saving roll.
Saving roll. All right, so now it's their
This has got to
turn.
be a D&D first, right? That's got to be the first character to take damage from a Toyota. From a Honda Odyssey, right? Like,
All right, so he's going to try to dodge. And boy, oh boy, does he not. So what we're going to do is that getting hit with the car will be a modifier based on how fast you were going. And that's how
okay.
many dice you will roll.
Okay.
So going at 15 miles an hour is, let's say, 1d8.
all right,
And every 10 miles above 15 is another d8.
7.
All right, so 7's pretty good. So with a loud and deep whoomp, the red cloak gets smacked by the hood of the car, and he is splayed out on top of it, almost like he's hugging the hood of the car. And as the car continues to drive, he gets dragged forward on it. His legs aren't touching the ground anymore. He's like just completely on the hood of your car. So he's also knocked prone, which means that you'll have advantage if you try to do melee to him or whatever.
Can I turn on the windshield, like the wiper fluid? Hit him with the wiper fluid.
It adds insult to industry in these very affairs. To industry and injury.
Is the wiper fluid iodine?
All right, the guy with the axe in his neck is going to try to attack Matt. Nope. So he tries to slash at you with his axe, but it just bounces off of your non-arrow shoulder. He just sort of didn't angle it correctly, and he just looks at you, and it's the terror of the hatred in your eyes that makes him fail to connect.
Nice.
Double Axe Boy is going to attempt to attack Henry. That is a 16?
16 beats my armor class.
Dang it. All right, so he does 7 damage.
Ooh. Hey, diddle diddle.
So yeah, he carves a chunk out of your flank.
Ooh.
How hurt are you there, Henry?
How do I see my HP? I have 2 HP left.
Whoa!
So you had 10 overall?
Ooh, that stings.
So yeah, it's not looking great, at least on that road. But now it is. I did the orders wrong last time, so actually it's Freddy, and it is now your turn.
So my guy in front of me is hurt and still hanging onto the hood of the car. Mm-hmm. Am I hurtling towards somebody right now?
Right now, you are just sort of hurtling toward the trees. If you wanted to decide to veer toward the guy that Matt is currently attacking, you could, but you would also basically...
Can I
Matt.
glance at Freddy? Like, can we set up a thing where I throw this guy into his way?
Well, because he goes first, it would. I guess Freddy.
I'm gonna
could,
change-
yeah.
I'm
As a
gonna-
free action, yes.
I'm gonna definitely angle the car because I don't want to slam the car into the tree. So I'm gonna angle the car kind of towards where Matt is, but I'm not gonna aim it at him. So that gives you the idea. I'm honking the horn.
Yeah, because definitely the moment I heard because I call it the Beast, the moment I heard the Beast rev its engine, I definitely looked and I was very happy to see it take down a guy. I smiled.
So you're driving kind of parallel to the tree
Exactly.
line.
And, and so I think the hope here, Matt, is that your guy being thrown into the path of the car will hurt both of them, I assume.
Yeah,
And
so
I'm
you'll-
accelerating. I'm going faster.
So you're basically, essentially mechanically, you're holding an action until he throws the dude in, and then you're going to gun it even harder.
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. So now it is your turn, Matt.
Okay, I hold the guy and I say sorry for the language, and because I said,
All right, so do a strength check.
okay,
He will contest, but with disadvantage.
I have +5, so I have 19.
Okay, so he fails. So you throw him.
Wait, I gain advantage. So I just want to double check how strong I was. I rolled the exact same thing, so still a 19.
Okay, good. Still very good. So you throw him directly into the path of the oncoming van. The van accelerates, like you said, when you are now going 25 miles an hour, which means that you hit both of them for 2d8.
That's 5 plus 7.
Now do it again.
That's 7 plus 1, 8.
Okay, so they are both instantly turned into what once was two human beings with lives and dreams is now two fleshy bags of broken excuses for bones.
I've never related more.
I give Glenn a thumbs up, as he's driving
And I
past.
throw the fucking horns out the window, baby.
Do you like hit the brakes or you just sort of keep on trucking?
Paint a picture. I hit the brakes hard enough for them to slough off.
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Do
Yes,
they do a comedy like
definitely slough off of the front of the car.
Mm-hmm.
The moment they slough off, I'm giving him the thumbs up, and the moment I hear that wet just meat slap, I stare at it, and I don't know how it's going to affect my next thing, but I get ready to vomit. Instantly.
Okay.
Yeah, instantly.
I feel like I'm also vomiting in the front seat, just on myself.
It is Henry's turn.
So who all is left standing?
There's only one guy, the guy who had the net,
The guy who had the net.
who now looks terrified because you just took some sort of monstrosity made of metal and turned two of his friends into dirt.
Henry, having seen this crazy display by Daryl, feels something inside him he's never felt before. An ancient elemental power seems to activate within him, and his eyes go green, and he stretches out his hand, and a poison spray blasts forth from his palm.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit.
It's my conjuration cantrip poison spray.
Fantastic.
I'm going to go ahead and use it. So I extend my hand towards the net boy, and he must make a constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
All right. Boy, he fails. Okay, so he takes d12 of damage. All right. So the spray gets him directly in the mouth as he's opening his mouth to say something. And like you see like the acid begin to sort of like eat away. Or it's poison, it's not acid.
Poison.
Yeah, so it's poison.
It's iodine.
It's iodine.
The iodine just like
Your ability to disinfect was inside you all along.
it just shotgun blasts him in the face essentially, and he just is racked with confusion and horror. And you see complete panic in his eyes, and he begins to turn his feet as if to run. Now it is Ron's turn.
Wait, so Ron sees Henry just explode poison from his fingertips?
Yep. How does that feel?
Emasculating. Desperate to join the fray in some sort of violent fray joining thing, I attempt to take the arrow out of Will's shoulder and use it as a weapon of my own.
Daryl shoulder.
Daryl's shoulder.
Okay.
Like really the wrong person.
All right, go ahead and roll medicine.
11.
Yeah, you yank it out. It's not pretty. It doesn't feel good for you. You have to take a D4 of damage.
Thanks, Ron. D4, that's 6.
That's not possible.
Not
on a
possible,
D4.
my man. Not the real number. Not possible.
That's a 4.
All right. Oof. You take 4. You take way more damage from the arrow coming out than from it coming in. But now, look who's the owner of a shiny new bloody arrow that was just in there, friend.
I've looked away from the gore, and then Ron pulls the arrow out, and I see like the ligaments, and I just instantly vomit all over my own wound.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I drop to the floor.
And you're covered in blood and iodine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a typical Friday for Glenn Close, let me tell you.
All right, so it is the remaining ruffian's turn, and he, having seen the series of things you just described, in addition to a car ramming two of his friends, says, God damn it, I knew we shouldn't have come back for the adults. I knew it! And he runs.
Oh, shit.
And now he is still in view.
Do something, Daryl says to anybody who's listening.
Well, so the guy's still running away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once more, Henry, still horrified by the spray of poison that flung out of his hand, looks up and sees the guy running away and thinks of his two beautiful boys and being lost in this scary world. And another veritable nature orgasm shoots through his body, and he seizes with green energy, and vines shoot from his hands. I think
Gross.
out of his hands.
You can say
From the ground. No, he slams the ground in rage, and he casts Entangle.
Ooh, okay, cool.
So grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. So I'm going to say that I'm trying to
Yeah, you're trying to grab him. That makes
grab
perfect sense.
him. Must succeed on a strength saving throw
Oh, okay.
or be restrained by the entangling plants.
So he's definitely going to do that with disadvantage.
Okay.
He does not succeed. So the vines come out from under the ground and encircle each one of his limbs, and then at the same exact time just yank him right down to the ground and leave him completely prone and helpless. The combat is over. You are...
Yeah, we did it, everybody.
So what do you do now?
We took quite a bit of damage.
So-
where are we at? Real quick, where are we
Yeah.
at? Because I'm at 5 out of 9.
Yeah, everybody's pretty low.
I'm at 2 health. We'll get to that in a second.
And also, just as a warning to y'all, the way that D&D works currently in 5th Ed is that basically levels 1 through 3 are survival horror in terms of how fragile you are. And that will you'll become the Avengers as time goes on, but yeah, you'll be pretty fragile.
Daryl Wilson, I get up and I just, with absolutely, my eyes are just dead inside, and I walk straight to my minivan. I open up the trunk and I pull out my, it's a pale ale, 6-pack, and I just start pulling them off and handing them to everybody.
You know,
I haven't said anything. I'm just handing them whether or not they want it, and I start walking towards the guy who's tied up in the weeds, also pulling one out for him, walking towards him.
If anybody drinks from one of those, you get to heal 1d4.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Taking
pretty
a
much
big ol'
took half
swig.
of it.
But you'll be at a mild disadvantage for any perception checks.
that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, you don't have to drink my...
I'm healing 1 off of that.
Also, as I'm handing them, I also kind of mutter and I point to the label, which is a beer in a pail, and I go, it's a pail. Kind of laughing to myself.
I heal 3.
I healed 3 as well.
I am still in shock. I have no idea what just came over my body, so I'm pretty much out for the count, just trying to recover right now.
I'm also muttering their twist offs. Their twist offs. This gentleman is wrapped in vines.
Uh-huh. And he is looking up at you all with utter terror. You cannot see his face because he is wearing basically his cloak is also a scarf that sort of encircles everything except for his eyes, which are just very, very wide and very, very frightened.
Hold up. Ron did not take the beer because he knew somebody who drank too much beer. So he gave his other beer to Glenn.
So I'm 2 in. All
Yeah.
right. I double fisted because I'm a
All
rock
right, so
star,
you're going to be
baby.
at full disadvantage for any perception stuff for the rest of the
But I did
session.
get 2 more health.
All right.
All right, well, if nobody else doing it, I walk right up to the gentleman and I hold a beer out. I go, you've always put up a hell of a fight. And I reach the beer out to them. I go, my name's Daryl Wilson.
And he tries to reach at it, but he is constrained by the vine, so he's like,
I look over at Henry. I'm like, "Yeah, you did this." He's just,
I don't know how. I don't know what's going on.
I pull the hatchet out and I raise it above my head. And I go, you promise not to hurt us if I let you out?
uh-huh, yep, yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely.
Henry recovers himself just enough to say, sir, before you do that, maybe we should bind him with this rope. I have some rope in the minivan.
It's a good idea.
I hurry over to the minivan and get some rope, and then I use my skills I learned from the scouts to hog tie the guy.
All right, cool.
While he's doing that, I run over and I take 2 more pieces of my secret stash and I do meditation exercises.
Roll
for
stealth
about,
again.
Okay.
Everybody roll
This
perception.
should be advanced. I mean, they're like, nobody's near the minivan, right?
No, you get advantage on it.
Okay.
Perception? Is that what we're rolling?
Yeah, you're on
4.
perception.
I mean, I don't think I can go much lower than that.
I got 15.
17 plus stealth.
Okay, so you're fine.
Okay.
21.
Ooh, okay.
Well, minus, what did I get for drinking the beer?
Oh, that's true. That'd be -3.
Oh, okay. So then 20.
18, you still
Do see it. I'm going to email you.
I look at Henry with like a little bit of guilt in my eyes, like,
What the fuck is this?
I breathe.
I am
right.
looking forward to this email. Okay.
All right, I just emailed it to you.
I ask the guy, who are you? Where are we? What's going on? Where are our children?
I work for the Lance. What's going? I'm not going to bring you in anymore, obviously. So that's fine. So we're good on that. We don't have to do that anymore.
Who's Lance?
What's
Who's Lance?
the Lance? The Lance. He's called the Lance. You know the Lance.
But no, we're not from around here. We don't think.
What?
We've already said too much. Tell us where our children are, you son of a bitch!
I mean, they're the Lances. They got auctioned off a week ago.
Auctioned?
Yeah.
A week?
How much?
We came by when we were going to the auction in Fandolin, and we saw the kids, so we took the kids. We didn't have enough room for you, so I thought, we'll come back after and then we came back and you were here, and don't kill me. I just do my job. Just doing my job. It was good work.
Daryl Wilson, I go ahead and I cleaned myself up with one of the many cleaning utensils I have, rags and everything I have in my car, and I come out and I feel like a new man, and I'm back to my Daryl Wilson self.
Okay, good.
Say that again, young gentleman, and I hold my hand out. Go, my name's Daryl Wilson.
I'm
What do you do with
tied
a child? I'm still holding my hand out. Now tell us there again without stuttering what happened to our children.
Your children were taken by His Eminence the Lance to Fandolin, at which point they were put on auction. They were sold, I know not where. The end.
What's your name, son?
My name is 3.
3?
I am the third of the Lance's corporals. Well, not corporals, hunters.
Is that like a son?
I consider myself to be his son in many ways, yes. He dotes on me basically more than everyone else in the entire organization, with the exception of 2 other people.
Sounds like a good guy.
I mildly drunkenly kind of stumble up to him. I flick out my Kershaw brand everyday carry pocket knife, and I go in a somewhat drunken slur, "Give me one good reason not to gut you like a pig right here."
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Roll intimidation.
12 plus 3, 15.
Okay. Tears begin to run down his face, and he said, "No, I know where your kids might be."
That would be great.
Okay, so there's always a registry of whoever the Lance sold anybody to that he keeps in his home in Fandolin. You could get that. You could let me go, and then you would know where your kids were.
You guys, okay, team huddle.
Dad huddle.
Henry O calls for a dad huddle. Guys, what do you guys think?
I think we got to keep this guy in the back of our van because I think he knows what's going on around here, man. And I don't like him letting him go. Either we kill him right now or we bring him along with us.
I'm against killing him because I think he could be useful. I do worry that he seems like he has a pretty tight bond with this Lance fellow, and I'm worried that if we let him go, he'll betray us and set us up.
Right now, okay, all right.
Wait. He talks as fast as an auctioneer. I think that maybe he knows a good thing or two about business. I think he'd be useful even if he has no information on where our kids are. But he probably does, and so I think at least we could use him for negotiation in the future.
That's true. He might, if he's the third favorite of this Lance, we might be able to use him for ransom to barter him and parlay him for our children. Or at least one of them. My children! I called it.
I put my glasses down to hide the tears while I'm opening my eyes. And I look at the 3 of them, I go, "Guys, this is tough, but right now I feel like we're a team. I think we can do this if we all stick together." And I put my arms out for like a group hug.
What does he think they're tied up and seeing 4 bloodied, vomit-covered men just giving themselves a hug?
He thinks I am going to die. This is going to be the last thing I see is these blood, vomit, and iodine-stained psychopaths embracing each other over the corpses of my friends.
Do you men care if I quickly call Carol for a second?
Oh, yeah, man.
I step away and I pull out my Nokia 3310, which is the cheapest possible. It's not a smartphone. And I also, as I'm pulling it out, I'm muttering that I gave my nice phone to Grant because he said it had better graphics for Fortnite. So
to be fair, it does have better graphics.
It does have better graphics. But this one has
jitterbug.
But this one has Snake, and I want to be clear. I want to be clear. His battery life has got to be
way better.
Insane,
way better.
16.
So you got a 16, so that means you have 50% battery life left.
And on a Nokia, that means 18
a lot.
years.
Yeah, that means so basically you have 2 days worth of keeping it on. Talk time, you have basically a half hour of talk time, or an hour of talk time.
I call Carol, which, by the way, every single time I press the button, I kind of hum. I have like a little song when I call my wife.
You're going to have to do that right now.
Oh, I go 31053 10 254. I love Carol.
All right.
Wait.
There were a few too many numbers there.
I thought that was 9 numbers.
You did 9, and then you did like 5 more.
I said I look careful.
Okay.
Oh, hey, honey, how's the soccer game going?
Oh my God, Carol. Where are you right now?
I'm just I'm at work.
Has Grant called you?
No, why would you call? What's going on? You sound so tired. What's going on?
When was the last you've heard from me?
What are you talking about? When I saw you this morning before you went off for the.
All right, honey.
Are you at the game? What's
No,
going
it's
on?
not. I look at the other room, man, because I'm crying now.
I'm kind of busy right now. So can we talk later? What's going on?
I've lost Grant, and
You
there was.
what?
I've lost Grant, and I don't know. I think I also dented the hood of the car. I'm so sorry. And
You dented the hood of the car?
and it's I don't know where we're at, and
Oh my God! I fucking knew you would do something like this one of these days. I told us. I said, Carol, no, he's a nice man. He's always seems so prepared. And then you go and you fucking lose a kid. How did you do that? What do you mean lost? Where is he?
I don't. I was driving. I was straight. I had my hands on 10 and 2, and I knew exactly where I was going. And I looked back and I told him to stop playing Fortnite. I've been saying he's been playing too much Fortnite. I was trying to talk to him like he told me to.
Oh my fucking God!
So you hear her go like off mic basically, and you hear her say,
Darnell, we're fucking going.
Darnell is, you recognize the name of the head coach who was supposed to have gone to the game today, but had called in sick mysteriously. She said,
We're fucking going. No, apparently he lost the fucking kid. I don't know.
Hey, is that Darnell over there?
It doesn't fucking. Why don't you focus on finding our
Okay,
kid?
but can you really quick tell Darnell I did put a set of plays. Did he see my set of plays? I emailed him.
she hangs up.
Oh no.
She hangs up.
I take a big breath and I compose myself. I wipe my tears away. I turn and I look at everybody like with that look of like, just pretend you don't see me feeling things.
You know, Daryl,
I roll my eyes instantly. Like, I know he saw me.
we're in a crazy situation, Daryl. This is something we're all going to have to chew on. I could be dancing the Charleston right now, but I'm really scared. So I think we should all just trust each other and relax. And I know you're going to be okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let it out.
I move my hand and I grab his beer and I just take it away from him. I just take it away from him looking at him and I start drinking it.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah.
Who's Darnell?
I just keep drinking. And I
Sounds
just
like
glare.
Both beers at the same
Yeah, I
time.
just glare at Ron.
Okay, well, I can see that tempers are high, tensions are high. We're all coming down off
We
the,
got to figure out what to
the
do
thrill
with
of
this
battle.
guy,
I think
man.
we got to go. What was the name of that city again, young sir?
Fandolin.
Fandolin. I think we've got to take number 3 here to Fandolin and see if we can parlay him back for our kids. That's my vote. That's Henry's vote. I'm just a guy, though.
I use this opportunity. I step in front of him, and I go full coach mode now because of this. I just got emasculated. I go, damn right, that's a good idea there, son. I slap him on the back. I go, Glenn, why don't you pick that little guy up there and start dragging him on our way? Let's get back in the car, everybody.
3 is like, I mean, I'm fine with this plan. Give me back. He'll totally barter for me. That's
All right, let's get in
Okay,
the van,
cool.
everybody.
Cool. Sounds like a good plan. Cool.
All right.
I flick out the knife and I hold it to his throat. And I say, "You're riding him back with me, Kimosabi."
I nod.
That's a 15 in case you were wondering about 18
No, he is
intimidation.
well
I hop in the
well
front seat and I go up, bonk, 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 like a 3 little honks to let everybody know to get in. And I open the doors with their automatic.
I asked Henry what Kimosabi means.
Oh, Kimosabe is a Japanese term, I believe. He also might be referencing the Lone Ranger. I believe that's maybe something Tonto says. I'm not quite sure. Rocks and geology is more my area. That's more my bailiwick.
I'm just repeatedly honking.
I
for everybody to get in
think
the van.
Daryl's ready for us to go.
Okay, do y'all get
Let's
into
all
the
load
van?
up into the van.
Okay.
The one thing I would like to, we have that first aid kit. I'm definitely like, can we
Yes.
heal?
So everybody can now basically use your heals. Yeah, you can short rest now.
So you're going to roll 1d8 and you're going to recover a little bit.
Short rest.
Oh my God, seriously? I recover 2.
I am back to full health.
I think
So
I'm still at full health.
I think you are. I don't think I didn't hit you.
1d8 plus 2. Okay. Oh, 7 plus 2, so 9. I'm full health.
Cool.
Hey, Henry. What's up with those vines, dog?
Oh, I figured we were gonna have to talk about this at some point. I was there, and then I felt a presence inside me.
Henry, roll religion.
Okay, I got a 10.
You get a 10. Okay, so you hear a voice coming from inside of you and yet somehow outside of you as well. It feels like the voice of a powerful entity. You cannot, unfortunately, make out what it says, but you definitely know that some force just contacted you and may be the one responsible for granting you these powers.
But let's talk about something else. It's been a long day. Let's talk about something else.
I feel like that's pretty much the only thing I want to talk about is you had vines that shot out of you.
Well,
And that weird mist.
Mist too.
Yeah.
That was odd.
I think maybe something's happening to me. And I'm still trying to get my bearings on it. So I really enjoy it if you guys respected my privacy and let me kind of work through what's going on my own.
Do you still have the condoms?
I sure do. And you know what? Just in case I don't know when the next time crazy shit is just going to spray out of my body. So I'm going to go ahead and put 10 condoms on my fingers for the time being, just to make sure that nothing bad happens.
I appreciate that. I keep this car pretty clean there, Henry. I appreciate that.
I already feel bad about the iodine, so I don't want to make any more messes in here. So you consider me condomed up.
Okay.
Regarding the iodine, I don't mind.
Oh, God.
Huh! It's been a while since I had a laugh. I appreciate a good dad joke. So,
Okay, so Matt, give yourself 50 XP. But everyone else has to take 1d4 psychic damage.
Oh, my God. I just took 4 damage. It's just regular damage, huh?
Yeah, just regular. It's psychic. I mean, if you have an ability to like withstand psychic damage.
Holy shit.
I feel like other dads appreciate the dad joke.
I think it's an acquired taste. That's the
I take 2 psychic damage from your dad joke.
3. Yeah, 3. I took 5 on the other one, but that was the wrong dice. But I feel like, yeah, I did take 5.
I whisper over to 3, who is again being held at knife point.
Does 3 take damage?
Oh God, yeah, he does.
Wait. I would rule that 3 does not know what iodine is.
Oh, that's actually a really good point. Yeah,
But
no.
he would know that iodine sounds like I don't mind.
Hey, 3, I noticed you didn't laugh at the joke there, and I proceed to explain the joke.
Holy shit! Explaining a dad joke has got to be more damage.
Yeah, everybody's got to roll another d4.
Christ, that's another 3 damage.
Oh, I also got 3.
I also got 3 damage. Thank you.
I'm
Matt.
at 2 hit points.
Oh my God.
All right, so 3 takes 3 damage.
Okay.
Incidentally.
I whisper to 3 after this volley of blows. You ever see anything like those vines before, man?
No. I mean, yes, I suppose there are certainly whispers of men of magical calculation that are capable of performing feats such as that. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? I don't know. What do you want from me?
Hey, Henry, this guy says you're like some kind of wizard, dude.
Far out. I've always read fantasy novels. Maybe when we crossed through that threshold, there was some sort. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I lean over to Ron and I go, liberals, and I roll my eyes.
I nod and then I smile like I've already told the joke.
Dungeons and Daddies is brought to you this week by Aura Frames. This is an easy gift, and I can vouch. This is the gift that will make you say, huh, that was easy. This is the best digital photo frame. According to Wirecutter, Aura Frames makes it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give your frame as a gift, you can personalize it and preload it with a message and photos using the Aura app, making it the ideal present for long-distance loved ones. Gifts are always tricky.
Not this year. I'm loading up an Aura frame with a bunch of Aura frame. Just
Give
putting
it to all my
everything in
friends. That gift actually works, by the way, for not even loved ones. Jimmy keeps all his family photos on there. It's a really easy way for my folks and me to stay.
If you want to stay connected with your family, but you don't want to talk to them,
Aura Frames. That is the key. For limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off of Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code DUNGEONS at checkout. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code DUNGEONS. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is the best of the year, so don't miss out. Terms and conditions apply. Make all your friends say, that was easy.